Again.
Ah, run away. Run away.
All right, run away. I'll see you later. All right, we're live. So let's see if this works now. Run away and say goodbye. Yep, it's working.
Cool.
Look at all my things are popping up. Boom, 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 boom. So I just put the link in again. So let's see if that'll happen.
Now we gotta watch for trolls. I just gotta make sure we don't get a
White
troll.
Family Farm, chit chat. Watch live now. Why should I watch it? I'm participating.
Oh, Lord.
Yep.
What a night.
It's working, but for some reason the link I shared is not sharing.
Link is a busted link.
It is a busted link. The link
We're
is
having
busted.
busted problems.
Busted babies.
Busted links.
The link is not in the link. It's busted. Good evening, Mr. Benjamin Sproston.
Hello, Benjamin Broston. Broston. You gotta say it with your teeth, though.
Broston.
Brost.
Mr. Senor Benjamin Broston.
Benjamin Brosty.
You need your hat on when you're saying that.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know where my hat is. I had to put it away because my dog would eat it.
Uh-oh.
Because it's a real fur one, so he just
Right.
like wants to eat it.
Yeah, buddy.
Benjamin Brost.
My dog's name is Benji.
Broston.
When he acts up and he does
Hello,
something, I yell
Benjamin.
Benjamin.
How are you doing on this wonderful evening? It's me and the Angry Bird and the Ginger Ninja. You like that, no?
Remember this? It goes like this. Like, hang on, let's see if I can do it. Caca. Caca. No.
The dog
Not
wants
so
it.
much.
Woo, woo.
Not so much.
Woo, woo.
Oh, you want to talk about some conspiracies? Some supernatural stuff?
Sure,
Ba-dum, ba-dum.
let's talk.
Have y'all had any supernatural experiences or?
Yeah, big time.
Um,
Go ahead, Viper.
well, I don't know. I've seen floating lights in Arizona once, so I firmly believe there's aliens. As far as supernatural goes, I remember one time, I remember where I was. I was in New York. I was a kid. I was sleeping, and for some reason I felt weird. And while I was sleeping, I opened up my eyes, and I kid you not, I was a foot off the bed, and I just went, bah! I just dropped. I fell on the bed when I woke up and realized what was going on. That's about it. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I have a mound of stories. Other house that I own. Well, I own another house in the city, and that particular house was haunted. It would make me feel extremely paranoid at night. And one night I'm sitting on the couch and I'm watching TV, and my dog, the dog I have now, the white poodle, she starts like growling, and she doesn't normally do that. Like, she doesn't normally like just growl out of nowhere. Start growling and whatever. I recorded it because it was really, 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 really weird.
Wow. Bless you,
Yeah.
Angie.
And then there's been a couple of times I've had my dad passed away like 6 years ago. And I have like, I always have like extremely vivid dreams all the time anyway. But I had a dream about my dad, and I woke up, and up until like a couple years ago, I always slept in a recliner. I couldn't sleep in a bed because I had back issues. And so I was sleeping in a recliner, and I got up, and I looked, and I always kept my iPad next to the bed, and my iPad just lit up out of nowhere. And those don't normally, light up unless you touch them or hit the home button or whatever. So, yeah, so my iPad, after my dream I had of my dad, it just like totally lit up and then turned off. And it was at like 3:18 in the morning. It was like really, that's the time of the night that they say that things will come to you. So
The witching hour.
Yeah, the witching hour. That's what they call it anyway. And then I always have had vivid dreams, specifically in that house. I've always had, a lady, I think she died in that house. I'm not sure. I knew her name. Her name was Mrs. Adams. And the only reason why I knew that is because my neighbor across the way, or literally not across the way, like directly next door to us, she would tell us, "Oh, Mrs. Adams, she was such a sweet lady and she lived there. And I'm the oldest person that's lived on this street. So I knew her, and she was such a really nice person and whatever." So I just kind of figured it was always her. We were the only other owners of that house other than her. So I always figured anything that happened in that house was her. We'd go to bed and we'd hear like a slamming of our bedroom doors and stuff, and no one else was in the house. And one time we were upstairs and we were standing there, we were talking, and a DVD, like we always had DVDs stacked up next to our television in the bedroom. We never had cable. We still don't have cable to this day. And one of the DVDs just like right out of the center of the pile just came flying out and landed on the floor. I have pictures of my little dog. I had a little dog. He passed away like a year or so ago. And I have pictures of him with like orbs all around him. These bright orbs.
I have a picture like that. I have a picture of something.
Yeah.
It was green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Mine was like white, bright white. And I have a picture of it. It's so cool. And then just recently when we moved here, my grandparents lived here. My grandfather died in this house, but my grandparents lived in this house. And when we first moved in, we had all different kinds of paranormal activities. One was this house, in the front part of this house was a beauty shop, and it was a beauty shop for 30, 40 years. And when my grandmother passed away, no, I don't. You can come up if you want, though. There's a link, Gunslinger. We're just chit-chatting. I mean, it's not anything major. There's a beauty shop in this house for like 40 years in the front of this house. But when my grandmother got older and couldn't do it anymore, they remodeled the house so she could have a bedroom on the first floor. I'm sorry. Buzz support. So anyway, still to this day, you can smell perms in this house. I'll be in like the bathroom area and like I get a strong scent of perm.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever smelled a perm, but it's a specific chemical smell. And so still to this day, like you can smell perm solution and perms in the house. My husband was downstairs one time and he heard a noise and he thought it was really strange. And, okay, well, I feel special now that you're giving me crap. Oh, you missed it. You should have been here last night on Jess's channel, because apparently I am the crap that gets somebody's heartburn away.
It gets rid of it. It gets rid of it.
I get rid of somebody's heartburn. I'm the crap that gets rid of somebody's heartburn. You missed it.
That was a classic.
You're the bubbles. You're the bubbles.
Courtney is the bubbly.
So I laughed, but I was just like,
everyone's reaction was like this. Everybody went like this on the reaction, like.
It was funny though. But yeah, so my husband was in the basement messing around, and there's nobody has been in this house like that was a boy, like nobody. And yeah, you just left. We're just talking about paranormal experiences. The link is in the chat if you want to come up.
Let me repost in case.
no one else has been in this house. No boys. We don't have any. I mean, my son, but my son wasn't born yet. And oh, good night, Gunslinger. Thanks for at least coming in. That was nice of you. And so my husband found, like, he just walked through the area right in front of the washer and dryer, and then he walked back and he almost stepped on this little army soldier guy. It's about this big. And it was a World War II army guy. My grandfather was in World War II. And we just thought that was awful strange. And so I still have this little army guy. I mean, the basement's been cleared out and stuff. Like, people had lived here and moved out and stuff. So they had girls. They wouldn't have had plastic army guys. So I just thought that was like really, really strange. There's been several nights though. I was sleeping on the couch and my son was sleeping in the pack and play. And my husband would come home and he's like, "Did you see that?" I'm like, "No, I'm sleeping." He's like, "The entire room was lit up with orbs, like the entire room, green orbs all around." He's like, "It was strange. It was like static electricity. Like, it was so strange, like super weird stuff." And upstairs, I was literally touched. I was sleeping, and like I said, I have really, really vivid dreams. And I was sleeping. I was having a really weird dream, and I'd like, when you like first wake up, like you're up, but your eyes aren't up yet. You're like haven't opened your eyes, but you're just laying there. So my eyes were closed and I'm laying there and I literally felt somebody go like this, poke me right here in the chest. And I was like, okay, there's no poking. I'm like, no, that's not happening because I don't like to be touched like that. And don't touch me.
Yeah, okay, there's no
And
poking.
I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I roll over to my husband and I'm like, I was just touched. I said, I was just touched. I was touched in my bed, touched. It's like, yeah, but yeah, I felt numerous things poke me in the
Your
back.
husband's like, yeah, that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt things poke me in the back while I was sleeping up there. So I got a big stick of sage and I saged the upstairs. And still to this day, though, we think that my son talks to my grandfather or my dad or something because he's always up there like babbling and stuff. And he's always looking in the corner, which is fine. I welcome that. Like, that's kind of cool if it's my grandfather or my dad or something. That's super cool. Huh?
I said, could you imagine though? Imagine?
Yeah.
Like,
I think that would be super cool. Huh?
That is. I said, imagine if that was like legit, like.
Yeah.
How crazy would that be? Like, he sees people, you know what I mean? Like, or hears them. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
I think that would be kind of awesome.
Yeah.
I've seen spirits since I was a little girl too. I was always the weird kid.
Yeah, but you're not weird though. Like, I wish people would like stop. I don't know. I just wish people would stop with that crap. Like, I don't think you're weird. But yeah, so I've had some weird experiences. I felt things like extremely paranoid and stuff like that. And I've tried to calm myself. I'd like call my husband on the phone, like, "Hey, I'm feeling really paranoid right now. Like somebody's watching me." Stuff like that. But now I feel more comfortable in this house, so it's not as bad. There were a couple of times like I didn't, like, you can hear the front door slam and the front door's not open. And I've actually caught it. Oh, we lost Ginger Ninja. I've actually caught it on camera and listening to it and stuff. So you can actually hear the front door slamming and opening and there's nobody there. And that's kind of creepy.
All right.
But especially, if it's just me and my son or something. Yeah. So did you just now catch that?
Yeah.
Your name.
That doesn't sound right.
That's hilarious.
I'm not gonna say what I think that sounds like. It sounds like I don't want to say anything rude. Do you want me to say what I think it sounds like?
I don't know if you should or not.
I would feel bad, but it's nothing crazy bad.
Oh, as long as it's not a swear word or something. Like
No,
something
it
like
sounds like a
disgusting.
feminine product.
Oh, like bad spray or something.
Vipres. Make your
What did I
downstairs
miss?
smell very fresh like the breeze. Vipres.
No, I'm okay. No, I know it's my grandparents living in this house. Like I'm okay. There's nothing malicious about it or anything. Although I did confront a psychic about somebody poking me in the back. And she told me it was a long childhood friend that didn't mean to poke me in the back.
Mm.
And so I'm like, okay. But I saged really good upstairs and haven't had a whole lot of activity since. And I'm not scared. So it's no big deal. Now, if it was something malicious and it was like happening every night and I was like scared to live here, then
There's a YouTuber I watch, and he's got like 200, 300,000 subscribers, and he ended up buying like he made this. He does it's a car channel, and he ended up buying a house. He's in Oklahoma, and he bought a house that he was going to convert into like his like work office slash home. And it turned out that once they started remodeling and rebuilding the house, they started living in it, they started having paranormal activities like pretty bad to the point where they couldn't sleep at night. The dog was scared, a lot of stuff, and they ended up having to go find another house. And they're I don't know what they're doing with that house, but they left the house completely. They moved
yeah.
away.
Yeah, sometimes you can't avoid it. Like if you're doing remodeling or something like that, like
All
your
right.
spirits get angry. And so, what are you gonna do?
When they come for you, bad boys, bad boys.
Can y'all hear me?
No.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I was getting ready to tell you a story a while ago, but my whole internet just went off, and it never does that. That was weird. I was going to tell you a story about when my oldest daughter was little. I was married. It was in the late 90s. We had rented this farmhouse that was down this long country road that had farmland all around, and it was very secluded. The house like drew me in. I was looking for a house to rent, and we was riding through in the middle of the night, and I was like, stop right here, turn down this road. And my husband at the time was like, I'm not going down that road. There's no houses for rent, So we go way down this long road, and it turns into a dirt road, and then there's the house. The next day I go and rent the house. But when I went in, it looked like a haunted house. As soon as you walked in, it had the old school front porch. The front part of the house was like over 100 years old. And the people who had built the house lived next door up the road. But he was an old man. And his mom had built it. His mom and dad had built it, and he lived there. But anyway, we went to this house and rented it, and you could tell it was haunted. Nobody would even want to go in there and sit by themselves in the rooms because it was scary. You could just feel presence of people there. You'd be sitting at night, you could hear people talking, chit-chatting, you could hear people walking around upstairs. I mean, things would get missing. My glasses that I had back then, I laid them on the dresser when I went to bed, and they got gone. I had like 17 different people come and search every inch of my house and could not find them glasses nowhere. And then one morning they was just on my dresser again.
Yeah, I'd be pissed because I
the
need my
crazy. No, right. The crazy thing though was this is kind of personal, but I was teaching my daughter to potty train, and she was sitting on the potty next to me, and I was sitting on the toilet, and all of a sudden both of her arms fly out in front of her, and she does like a Superman across the whole entire bathroom floor, where she's like flying level to the bathroom floor for like 6 or 7 feet out. It was crazy. I picked her up like a football and ran out that door and never went back in.
Jeez.
We moved out of that house right then, did not go back. It was crazy.
Makes you wonder, man.
Hey, folks.
Hey.
Hello.
I was trying to get into the Bigfoot discussion, but you had technical trouble, so that's okay.
Big time. Like Bigfoot had to leave the chat and enter the chat like 3 times. And like Double L was going to get off because he thought maybe it was because of him. So we're just having big time trouble.
It's because it's the weather patterns. I hate to say it, guy. you didn't have clouds and clear skies, you could see a light blue kind of drifty thing over Ohio. I
Great.
don't tell things I know about. I know a lot of weird things. Of course, my nephews point at me like, "Look, it's the Emperor from Star Wars." And I keep telling him, "No, it's your uncle. Do I look like the Emperor from Star Wars?" And they all crack up and like, "Ah!" But the big thing is, folks, on Bigfoot, think about it. These are intelligent people. You go into their home, you drive rhinos, and you throw cheese balls and God knows what in their house, and God knows what did you do in their house. Yeah, that human pooped in the woods. It's like some Bigfoot will drive a rhino in your house, pull it over near the living room, and go poop in your house. How would you like that? Well, you think Bigfoot be throwing rocks at you? It's the truth, folks.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand. There are 15 tribes of Bigfoot. There's also certain extinct races of human beings. The horned people, lizard people are Terrans. Do not call them earthlings because in intergalactic, do you know what earthling means? Do you know what Earth means in the intergalactic? Because a lot of people look at me, no, what does that mean, Uncle Alan? It means poo. We're from the planet of poo. We're
LOL.
poolings. And, you know, it's kind of embarrassing because I know a lot of friends of mine, they kind of look at me. So you're telling me we're going to see the president of the United States and he's going to say, welcome, we're earthlings. I'm like, no, that's Joe Biden. But anyway, folks, there's a lot of weird things out there and you have to be careful. You're in their territory, not in people territory. And also, the Rangers are right. There are some people that are, how can I say it? Throwbacks. They lost their minds, and they're living. We had about 2 years ago during the fires that came out of the woods. These were regular homeless people that went totally nuts, and they were living naked in our national park.
It wasn't because of bath salts, was it?
What?
I said it wasn't because of bath salts, was it?
No. I think it was too many magic mushrooms, and they lived outside. I mean, we had a hell of a time scrubbing them off. They were all hairy. One was a woman, and one was a man. They had tan skins. At first, we thought, could it be an Indian? And my Indian friends who were there helping out during the wildfire says, no, we never seen these people, and we own a casino. And, you know, it's like we found out they're from the East Coast, from Jersey. And they went nuts. I guess they went mushroom hunting and picked the wrong kind of mushroom and went totally insane. And we figured out they disappeared up in, I think, 94 because we did find stuff up there.
Look who it is.
Hey,
It's Darren.
hey, Barrett, I got feedback.
Hey, bro. Mute your YouTube.
Yeah, it was the microphone position.
Oh, it's all right.
It should be better now.
Yeah, but it's loads of fun, folks. Oops, microphone position again. It's all right. Any weird things over and down under?
No, not a lot.
How about that giant lizard that's supposed to be roaming around your area? It's not a monitor.
Giant lizard that's supposed to be roaming around my area. Which
You don't
area?
know-
Big country.
I know, but I know certain weird things about
size of the
Australia. Yeah. There's like a giant lizard that's in that, I think, outback or on the northeast. Because it used to eat crocodiles. They used to find like pieces of 20-foot, or was it? Yeah, 20-foot, or was it 15-meter crocodiles chewed in half? So you got to figure out what eats a 15-meter crocodile. This is saltwater, the big ones. What eats those?
Well, if it wasn't a saltwater, it wouldn't be 15 meters.
Yeah, it's big. And it ate those poor little crocodiles. So I wonder what the heck was eating it.
Hey, Heritage Horror Homestead. Thanks for coming in. Oh, Double A Book in the house. What's up? We're talking about all kind of weird stuff. We decided to do that this evening. What about the Tasmanian tiger stories? Is it still
Tasmanian
alive?
tiger?
Yeah.
On Tasmania.
Well, no one
Is it
knows.
still there?
No one knows.
It's like iffy.
Yeah, it's iffy. The last one that was captured was killed in 50s.
Yeah,
Or
it was
died in the
1953.
Yeah, they made a movie about it. I like cried during the movie. It was really sad.
buddy.
It was really sad. Like, it makes you sad. They killed it all off. It's gone.
Yeah.
But then they said that came like years later that they found one. So maybe, who knows?
Don't worry, they'll come back. A lot of things come back. I keep telling people, you shouldn't be outside if you don't know what you're doing. And then sooner or later, something comes up and bites them in the butt. So I laugh. It doesn't bother me. I got to take this off. It's getting too hot.
We got lots of things that'll bite you in the butt, the hand, everywhere.
Yep.
And normally they'll kill you.
Yeah. It's loads of fun. It's like a lot of people forget that the Aborigines were the second people that came to Australia. And because originally Australia was hooked up to, it's underwater off of New Zealand. Because Australia, New Zealand, and the MU. It's where all the Maoris, the Polynesians, and everybody else, and you see the Aborigines came from Africa or Madagascar. They got shoved all the way over there to Australia. You do not want to know what weird things. Also, I found the lost tribe of Israel in Southeast Asia, which is really weird. I know a lot of weird things.
Good night, Double Up, Buck Prob. Thanks for coming in, at least. I appreciate it. We're just chatting it up. You know, it's cool stuff. Ghost stories and all different crap going on.
Oh, another thing, folks. Do not leave orange peels in the forest. That drives Bigfoot nuts. It's like I throw garbage in your house and throw beer cans. Do not put citrus out there. It stinks like hell. I have to agree with them. If you want to make friends with Bigfoot, leave apples, pears, and peaches. Organic, because they could smell the chemicals off what we use to preserve food. They're very nice people. But if you treat them wrong, they won't like you. They'll throw things at you. They'll throw trees. They'll throw rocks because you're in their house. How would you like if I went over to Darren's house and start pooping in his living room and throw beer cans all over the place? I don't think Darren would be very happy. Right, Darren?
I've got a solution for little problems like that.
True.
Is that to keep people from pooping in your...
Yeah, if you decide you're going to poop in the lounge room.
I couldn't even say
No problem.
If you decide you're going to poop in the lounge room, I've got a cookery.
His bathroom, the room, there's a door that says like enter at your own risk.
But like I said,
risk.
yeah, it's like the Skinwalker Ranch. I keep telling him it's between the Utes evil spirits and the Navajo evil spirits. Do not go over there. Let's see. One spaceship crashed over there. There's a dimensional vortex been put up by that Ute witch. The Navajos counteracted with 6 different spells from the Chiadals. And, oh, Lord, it's like a magic. It's like the Hatfields and McCoy's battleground in that little area. I don't think that's going to work. You're going to need something bigger than that. Because the things that, I'm not kidding, Darren, those things are in the Skinwalker Ranch. If I'm with you and I have my samurai sword and you have a baseball bat and a shotgun, I think we can make it out. But I know the things there. There's a lot of weird things, everybody. And I keep telling people, do you understand phase 6? And everybody's looking at me. What's phase 6? Well, you're not doing too good on phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. They took, well, we have JB. He looks like that old guy puppet that ventriloquists use in Australia. You ever seen that TV show where that old guy kind of squinty and frowny? It kind of looks like President Biden. It's a
Old guy
ventriloquist.
that's squinty and frowny. That sounds like me.
No, it's a ventriloquist puppet. Because I caught it in, I think, Australia.
What's your question, Bubble Up? I'm curious now. My OCD is bouncing. That's the Wickershire project.
He's probably falling asleep. You are getting sleepy, double-odd buck. Everything is a dream. Go back to sleep. Buy from Target.
Wow, you're making me sleepy.
No, but like I said, everybody's conditioned to see the reality at one way. And Uncle Hon has sometimes a little bit of problem, kind of, how can I say it? The Mandela effect kind of affects me because I thought last week was St. Patrick's Day. And I thought 17th, that's not St. Patrick's Day. Everybody told me St. Patrick's Day. Then yesterday when I was drinking coffee, I'm like, oh my God, there's going to be horrible tornadoes throughout the South. And I thought somebody died. I made a big mistake because I was watching CNN. And I say, oh my God, Alabama's going to get hit with a supercell of thunderstorm, hail, flooding, and tornadoes. And it's going to rip through the South. And a lot of people who watch my channel listen to me because Uncle Alan might be crazy, but he's never wrong. They hightail it out of their place of living because Frank and Tina's area got hit with a tornado. They moved the kids. They left the dogs and cats, unfortunately, but they took the kids and went to a motel 50 miles away. It passed the motel because I remember the last time I told this to them, their town got really clobbered by a tornado. Trees are down, electrical lines down. I get weird like that. Sorry about that. It's like,
hey, you guys, we're not gonna talk about that. So Dr. Prepper, cool. It's all about drama free. If you want to talk about that, you'll have to message him privately because I'm not bringing that up on my channel. I know all about it and I'm not talking about it. Double Up Buck, he poops in the forest. Hopefully not on your feet when you're sleeping.
Actually, you don't want to know where he poops because I'm going to do another live stream.
Well, since no one's found his poop, it might be a big pile wherever he's doing it.
No. I'm warning people, you're not going to like it because I'm on another live stream tomorrow on Gil's channel. In ponds and in streams, Bigfoot uses as its toilet. So here's you hiking in the woods or the Ippy in Australia, and you're hiking in the woods and there's a bubbling creek. Be really careful of what you're drinking in the water. And it's like the Bigfoot or Yippy looks at you, or is it a Bunyan? Is it a Bunyan or a Yippy?
Bunyip.
Bunyan will look at you. Why is that person drinking out of my toilet? Because they use creeks and streams and ponds as toilets. That's why you never find their poo.
But bunyips live in Billabong, so
yeah. So I wouldn't drink the water.
You're fine, fishes. I just don't want to bring that drama over here. There's a lot of drama going on in the prepping community right now, and I want nothing to do with it. So,
yeah.
If you want to talk about it on the outside, find each other on Facebook or something and message. But don't talk about it in my chat. That's all I ask. It's not your fault. I just don't want to talk about it.
But that answers your question, Double Odd Buck. They poo in streams and ponds and rivers because they're very hygienic animals. Well, I wouldn't call them animals. I call them the first people because they live here. We just came over and stink up the place.
Chris McGrath, the Yowies are made-up creature made up by Cadbury so they could sell chocolate.
Oh, great.
I thought they were real.
No.
Oh, well.
Is that why they made up Santa Claus too? So they can sell chocolate? I hope there's no
True.
kids in the audience.
No, Santa Claus was made up after St. Nicholas,
Yeah.
who
Were they
was a
chocolate?
Russian. No, he was a Russian or in that area priest who used to give children toys at Christmas time.
Oh, okay.
And he used to have a partner that threw cold at him. And it's not Scrooge McDuck. It was called what was it called? It used to have bags of coal and beat people with sticks. It was a companion of Santa Claus. I keep forgetting. I get my real creatures and mythological creatures all mixed up. And Uncle Alan is
Don't
not
need anything made up to buy me chocolate, so I could buy chocolate. Isn't that the truth? By Priest, what are you doing, man?
Just listening to you guys.
Is Ginger Ninja okay?
Yep. I'm in the
Okay.
background.
You even
Being a
realize
ninja.
I changed your name?
To pooping.
Yes, I seen that.
you
I
might
was gonna
still,
I was gonna put now flush, but
well, that's why they use running water streams. And if you wonder if the bear poops in the woods,
I
no,
DM'd you, Courtney.
they poop in your swimming pool.
What'd you say?
They poop in your swimming pool.
Bears.
Who's pooping in my swimming pool? Oh my god!
There's bears, coyotes, you name it, because animals would be drinking out of the same water. But, we're too far up the evolutionary scale, I think. It's more funnier
sorry,
with
but
alien.
If a bear was pooping in my swimming pool, I think I'd notice that.
True. Trust me, you will.
Bear comes in, cops a squat over the top of the swimming pool. I think me and the bear would need to have a discussion.
Worse is the bear steals your beer and drinks it in the swimming pool.
No, it'll take a Coca-Cola.
Oh, it's TH2R2D2 in the house.
Hey. Oh, you want to hear something weird? The macaque monkeys,
Just kidding.
they smoke, they steal cars, they drink beer. They figured out how to use money. So you might get mugged by a macaque in northern Japan. It's like Planet of the Apes gone bad, except they're eating fast foods because we have a lot of vending machines in Japan. So the macaques figured out, well, we live near the hot springs and people don't live in their garages. So we'll live in their garages, go to the hot
What are
springs,
we talking about?
get money, and put money into the beer machines. In Japan, they have beer machines where you could buy a
He said
can.
he was pooping in my pool, and he said just us.
No, just
breathe.
please.
I'd like to think Jess has got a little bit more control than that, but hey.
Right. But the funny thing about macaque monkeys, they
Ow.
learned all this from people. They learned it from people. So they have a heart problem, they have a junk food problem, they have a drinking problem, and a smoking problem. And if you have an electric car and you don't roll up your window, they'll steal your car.
Nice.
See, I'm not kidding. On Japan YouTube, they have a macaque goes in there, drives the car away from the park, and people are looking like, who's in the car? And a park ranger ran after the car because it's electric. And he looks inside, and the macaque's looking back at him. I thought that was funny as hell on
I keep
YouTube
saying
over
McCat.
there.
I keep thinking of a
Did you
McDonald's.
see the one where the monkey had a knife and was like going after somebody?
Yeah.
Did you see that? Did you see that one time in a movie where those 3 monkeys stole the motorcycles?
Yeah.
What was that, Jumanji?
Jumanji.
Don't give, like I said, macaque monkeys are very smart monkeys. They take bath, they smoke. I'm not kidding. We have more forest fires in Japan. Last month, we had a forest fire in Japan. What was it called? Smoking monkeys. Monkeys were smoking and threw their butts into the forest.
Out the window of the car they were driving?
Could be. Because Darren, what was funny was they don't live in the forest. They live in suburbia because they know that people are food wasters. They leave free drinks. They have comfortable houses. And while you're at work, they go in, open the refrigerator, have a nice time, close the refrigerator, and go out the window. But they close the window, so you come back in the house like, what the hell happened to my house?
Yeah, so somebody ate all of Viper's diabetic cake and then they left the house. You'd be so pissed.
I don't know how I'm gonna finish that. I really don't know how I'm gonna finish that. I even shared
That's
some
why
with
he's
my
in the
neighbor.
fetal position right now.
We haven't
No,
touched.
you know why I'm sitting like this is because where my butt sits, the foam has gotten so like it doesn't. Here, hang on.
Cup.
They must drive a Prius.
So
He wants to show us his butt imprint.
yeah,
Nice.
look at my butt imprint. So here, I'll show you. No,
Really?
Yeah, I'm serious. Hang on, watch this.
Are you
So
going to show us your butt now to show us
you
how it
see
fits
it?
in
You
the
see? There's
imprint?
two
Oh,
cheeks right
really?
here. You see it? No, right here where
It
I
is a weird
sit,
shape.
the foam has like it's like hard, and the only part that's soft is like the outside of my seat. So
Why is that in the shape of a star? What is
What
going
is?
on with your ass?
Don't
I
ask
just
him no
punched it.
questions and he'll tell you no lies.
I just
You've never
punched
heard
it.
of a chocolate starfish?
Straight up. Oh my god.
That's too funny, Darren. But anyway, besides the pooping incidents, everybody asks me why don't ghosts scare me, because I went to a lot of haunted houses and find out it's dead quiet. And then everybody comes back and they said, something touched me. Oh, it's scary. My hairs stand up. When I'm walking, it's dead quiet. I think I scare away things. So they run away from me. And my friend says, it's like you have an evil spirit around you. I said, nah, I just went in there. And it's like, I don't like sage. People were burning sage on me for a couple of years. It's like I have allergies. I told them I have to take, if you burn sage, I have to take
Alka-Seltzer?
antihistamine. No,
Oh.
antihistamines, because I have asthma, and you burn sage in front of an asthmatic person. Of course, I'm going to have a reaction. It's not the devil. I have asthma. It's like you burn sage in front of me. I have to get the inhaler out.
Yeah, the evil spirits normally hang around the toilet in my room, in my house.
Back to toilet.
Hey, toilet
Oh, yeah,
humor.
yeah.
It's cheap.
Yeah, true. I burn sage. Well, that keeps all the evil spirits from your house. They're probably outside in your garden. But it's all right. You buried eggs out there. And it's good fertilizer, but in the old wives' tale, if you bury eggs outside, it keeps away the evil spirits.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild? So your house is triple protected. You burn sage and you bury eggs all over the place. Oh, Lord.
No comment.
Red Robin? What?
Sorry, I was macacking.
Oh,
Evil spirits are evicted after bean dinners at Darren's house.
Mhm.
tom.
Y'all crazy this evening.
That's no problem. What I did was I did a lot of baking. I made 150 corn cake muffins, but the trick is I put a slice of hot dog or sausage in the middle, and when you break it open while it's hot and you put butter and stuff, you have a corn sausage muffin. Isn't that
So a toad in the
wonderful?
hole.
That sounds good.
Yeah,
A toad in the hole.
yeah. I think
So
it's a toad.
pooping
It's
has
a toad in
methane.
a hole. Yeah, that's
Burn the
right.
sage while pooping, or I say no lighting a match. My animals poop in grass. Everybody wears shoes in my area.
Oh, there's a trick on methane on cows. I keep telling this to other dairy farmers. Feed them seaweed. Seaweed's high
It was
in
good.
nutrients, and also what it does, it inside their fourth or third stomach, it cuts down on the methane, so you don't have these giant. If you're around dairy, you know what I'm talking about. Cows toot a lot, but if you feed them seaweed in their diet and silage, they don't poop. I can't say that word.
P.
Um, toot a lot. That's the word. Toot
Fart?
a lot.
Pass gas.
Yeah. So you won't have global warming. You feed them silage and seaweed.
Talking about.
And half people are looking at me. What is Uncle Alan talking about?
You said they don't fart, so there's no global warming.
Yeah, I
So-
know it's weird, but Uncle Alan has solutions to everything. Feed them seaweed, folks. Cut
That's
down
funny.
on global warming. Of course, everybody gets global warming wrong too. Half the planet's cooling, and the other half is warming.
Yeah. I heard fart global warming.
Ginger Ninja, are you pooping?
Could be.
Oh,
And then she tears her mic back off. Oh
give
my!
me a minute. Give me a minute. Oh, there it is. Okay. Hi.
The poop jokes during discussion on Bigfoot poop and ghost poop and whatchamacallit, cow poop, and we covered all the poops.
We haven't.
No, I got to take my
Your bathroom
medication.
must be really close to your computer area.
That's how you know I live in an apartment when I can just leave, flush the toilet, come right back. I never went anywhere.
Yeah, I
Toilet's
got
right
to
here.
take my medication in about 30 minutes.
My toilet's right next to my desk. It's like
That's handy.
they're really condensing the apartments in California.
Oh, God,
So,
you don't want to see the
When you
new-
turn your screen off, chances are you may actually be pooping.
Me?
Yeah.
I won't turn it off. I'll just walk away. Like my headphones are wireless, so I can literally bring you inside. Look at this. I can
Oh my
bring you.
God. I used to be an admin, right? And I worked for this company, and this guy thought he was the king shit. And he had these headphones on and his little thing on, and he would walk around, talk to people, thought he was just the coolest thing. And then he'd take his headset to the bathroom. No joke. Everybody thought he was weird. And then they got fired because he actually was talking to a client while he was on the toilet.
Not,
Hey, why can't he just do it like a normal human person and
Yeah.
go on Facebook while he's pooping?
or at least try to keep the sound effects to a minimum.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like mute your like go like this, and then bring it back in, and you're like, you never know anything happened.
Never.
It gets too weird, folks.
Wow, Courtney just got big.
Oh,
I have a-
pooping is back.
Yep. But like I said, I have loads of fun with
The
them.
funniest ones is when people like, and then all you hear is like the
But like I said, folks, we have lots of fun. But
sorry.
on the supernatural and paranormal,
Did you have to wait until I had a drink in my mouth, Viper?
and super nature, it's all fine. And still, people can't figure out what phase 6 is. I'm still cracking about that. So I'll do a video one of these days on it after phase 5, where they take your kids. Skip that, folks. You have not heard phase 5 yet. Or did I do a video?
I can't remember. I think you did.
No, I did.
I don't know. I can't remember if it was 4 or 5.
No, 4 is getting into higher office.
Hey, Han Solo. What's up?
That's a kidney
yeah.
stone.
You want to talk about farts in church, right? I grew up, well, I didn't grow up specifically Catholic, but my mom is Catholic.
Oh
so
boy.
on freaking Christmas and stuff, we would go to midnight mass and
Why
stuff
do I
like
see
that.
where this is going?
So I had an exchange with a student with me from Germany, and
An
we
exchange,
decided
huh?
to take her to midnight mass. So we took her to midnight mass, and we're sitting there, and the priest comes down the aisle, and they always light those incense. Oh my God. It smelled like somebody farted. It
Yeah.
was horrible. And we were like in midnight mass, just like cracking the hell up. We were laughing so hard. And then this woman in front of us like was literally like farting like in two. So between the incense, the guy with the hangy ball thing and the incense, and then the woman in front of us. We were just like busting up laughing the entire time. It was so funny. But
Right.
that was midnight mass.
What's that
Right. But you
prayer?
want to hear something really funny?
Forgive us,
My
Father.
friend-
Give us our bread, our holy. What's that? How does it go? I just had it in my head. I just can't think right
What
now.
are you trying to think of? The Lord's
Give
Prayer?
us this day our daily bread, something like that.
And forgive us our trespasses.
Forgive us our
Right.
trespasses.
Oh
You
my
want to hear something weird? My friend was on Shark Tank about, I think, 3 or 4 years ago, and he
Nice.
came up with this product. It was supposed to be underwear liner, but he made millions by changing it instead of underwear liner into fart removal system. And I cannot believe how much money he made off of that. It's like a tampon for your butt, and it absorbs the moisture and farts.
It's like
into
basically it's a fart filter.
right. And he made $52 million on it, selling it to
Wow.
medical companies and hospitals.
How'd you get so rich? Farts.
Because
Aw,
people
nice.
have problems with digestive problems, leakage. When you do chemo? When you do chemo, you can't control the gases coming up from the from the rectum because they'll stream out. So he made $52 million and I only made like less than $2,000 selling snow cones. It's like I'm in the wrong business for some reason. It's like he think of this insane idea, went on Shark Tank. Do you have body odor coming out from the other end of your pants? And he sold it. I couldn't believe it. They gave him startup funds. And right now he has $52 million a year. I've been on his yacht a couple of times. I'm looking at him. So you made fart diapers. Yes.
I
And you
mean,
didn't graduate from college.
that's how the
Yes.
Post-it came. This guy the inventor of the Post-it just one day was just doing something, and he knocked some glue on a piece of paper, and he took the paper and he moved it, and he realized he could stick it anywhere. Post-its. Multi-billion-dollar.
Yeah, it's more funnier than Michael Nesbitt from the Monkees. His
Yeah,
mother
so-
invented white off, to correct all the typing errors because she was a typist. And she had the idea of putting in the little tiny bottles of nail polish, white paint, quick drying white paint. And Michael Nesbitt of the Monkees is actually a multimillionaire from his mother's idea. And
Dr. Pepper, are you really a doctor?
or it's a soda.
He's like, no, it's just an innuendo of Dr. Pepper.
Yep, white out.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Mrs. Nedbitt's job for like 3 or 4 years was filling out white out bottles, a little nail polish bottle. He and Michael would go in the garage and every day after work would fill in those little bottles, and people wonder that's a pretty good idea. And she made millions off of it. Then Michael Nesbitt of the Monkees, his mother died, and he inherited, and he automated the factory instead of him doing all the work in the garage, filling out these little white out bottles. It used to be made in California, and it gets tiring. So you got a machine to do it, and he got the bottles, and that's how whiteouts start.
I could have swore you were a doctor, Dr. Prepper.
Check your DM.
Because he says doctor.
Yeah.
Come on, nah.
Oh, Lord. Do you know how many doctors are really quacks and how many quacks are really doctors? Like
Dr.
the guy
Phil.
who invented the incubator. Everybody thought he was a quack, but he died penniless and homeless, supporting all these premature babies. He did it out of his own pocket, and everybody called him a scoundrel, a con artist, a scumbag for years. And they figured out if he kept all the money, he'd be worth $1 billion. But he never did that. He spent it on every kid he could find that was premature. He took his machine all around the world, and every medical institution called him a scumbag.
Who delivered my baby? A sadist did. I swear. I didn't like that doctor very much.
Yeah, buddy.
Hi, Homestead Aquarius. Thanks for coming in. And Smoking Fire, Wildfire Monkeys, Butt Mufflers. You must have been listening the entire evening.
Right.
You didn't just come in here.
Well, like I said, everybody forgets that the kooks and the crazy people, the Wright brothers who invented the airplane, were thought as kooks and crazy peoples, and they flew. The governor official
You
who
saw
was
that?
hired by the military, and I forget, Massachusetts States Institute of Technology, Professor Langley, his machine's still on the bottom of Potomac. Everybody forgot Professor Langley, and he conned the government out of $1 million to make the first failed steam engine, the Phi, and went dunk. It's in the bottom of the Potomac. But everybody forget.
The first steam engine was made by what?
True. But to fly in the air.
With a steam engine.
Yes.
Courtney,
That was Professor Langley, because he was the competitor of the Wright brothers. It didn't work too well.
Courtney,
You can look it up on Google.
Instagram. Like my name?
Yeah, it's great.
More poop jokes.
Seriously, Jess has a fart video?
You haven't
Are
seen
you
that
being
yet?
for real?
Yeah, you haven't seen it? I pray it goes viral.
How do you not know that Jess has a fart video? I'm
I
sure
didn't
she would have
see it.
called you and let you know.
No.
I'm doing a fart video. Courtney.
No. I thought it was a joke.
No, it's real video.
Longest fart?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
He had a nice conversation about ghosts and Bigfoot, and it ended up in the toilet. Lord.
Hang on. Listen.
That's Barrett.
Yeah, hang on. Just listen. Watch and listen. Here it comes.
That's going to go on YouTube, Facebook pretty soon.
Oh, it's gonna go viral. That's gonna
Oh,
blow up
Lord.
the channel, that video. That's too funny.
It is.
No, you didn't miss the ghost conversation. We were having great ghost conversation before the poop started.
Right?
Yeah.
So anybody else have a ghost story they want to tell?
Well, I have some more crazy stories.
Okay, go on, Ginger Ninja.
When I was a little girl,
Ninja.
when I was a little girl, we used to take trips to the mountains all the time. Me and my dad, my stepmom, and my stepsister. And we were riding up probably near Blowing Rock or Hanging Rock, somewhere like that. But we was coming up to the last stoplight right before you start up to the mountain. And we were sitting at the stoplight, and there was a turning lane right beside of me. And there was somebody on a bike, a man on a bike. It was like a dirt bike type bike. But it was, he had a helmet on that had the shield that come down over his eyes and his nose where you could only see his chin. Well, when we was sitting at the stoplight, he is sitting like right in between the front seat and the back seat in the turning lane, side of us. But he turns around and looks at me, and he has this really long lizard tongue that comes out of his mouth down his chest, and he flicks it at me. And I'm like just frozen and petrified with fear. I didn't know what to do. I looked like I didn't move my head, but I moved my eyes and looked at everybody in the car to see if they noticed that. And nobody was looking. And I was so scared. I was like, I think I was 7 or 8 years old then. But I had a lot of crazy things happen to me. But as we was going on down the road, the light turned green and he went on about his way. He turned left and we went on up the mountain. But a little ways up the road, I started feeling like I had thought I had touched my arm on like the hot metal of the car or something right about the same time that happened. when I had looked around to see who was looking. And I had jerked it back real quick, like, I got hurt. But anyway, when we got up the road a little ways, I noticed that there was still pain in my arm right there. And I started feeling around, and I mushed my skin way up and pulled out a barb that looked like a long thorn that was really skinny, and it hurt when it was in there because I knew I'd felt something, but it looked like a freckle when it was in my arm until I started like pulling it up, and it was a long barb. And when I was like, well, what is that? Is that like a stick? And I started to like pinch it in half, and it shocked me. And I was like, whoa, okay, maybe it just hit a nerve or something, and I tried to do it with my fingernail then to cut it in half. And when I did that, it shocked me even more. And I threw it out the window. And I always felt like that was the reptilian people trying to kidnap me. Like they had put something to track me to get me when I was up in the mountains, Now tell me that's not a crazy story.
That is crazy. True. That's cool though.
Hey, you know what she is? She hasn't moved in like 20 hours. Let's go get her. And then they drive all the way up that mountain road just to end up on this one turn. Nobody's there.
Nobody's there.
Yeah. No, it's the Terrans. Terrans do that. They have a long tongue, and they'll put in a tracker, which is a fang, and they'll track the scent of it, because the way their tongue works, it's like a scent sensor. So they'll follow that scent off of that fang, and they'll track you down.
Well, I felt like he was reading me when, like he was sizing me up when he was turned around and looked at me like that. Even though I couldn't see his eyes, I could only see his chin and his mouth. I'll never forget that. And I also have another crazy story too. When I was younger, my mother was a hairdresser, and she would go to these elder people's homes and stuff, and she would do their hair at their houses, and I would always sit out in the car and wait for her to get done. Well, one night we was down this long country road again, out in the boondocks, and we was at this one house that was surrounded by woods, and I was sitting out in the car listening to the radio, and I noticed all of a sudden all the crickets and the frogs and stuff had stopped. Everything had got dead silent, and I turned the radio down, and I'm like, what in the world's going on? I sat there real silent for a minute. And the next thing you know, I feel the whole car shakes, like woof, like swishing, like you're sitting on the side of the highway and a transfer truck goes by, that kind of swishing. Like you can feel the whole car shake. Well, anyway, I'm looking to see where it's coming from, like what the heck's going on? And I look over the top of this house, and there is a dragon stretched out, just hovering over the top of this house. And its wingspan goes from, like it was a double wide trailer, but it had like the lot cleared off a little bit on each side for a yard, and then it was woods again. The wingspan literally went as far from one tree line to the other across the top of this house. And it was just up there hovering, looking at me. And I was so freaking scared. I'm shaking just talking about it. But it's like, I just stood there like, holy crap, what am I supposed to do? And it flapped its wings one time, and the whole car shook again. I just got my coat and crawled in the floorboard and curled up. And I was trying to think, well, should I tell my mom? Should I go in and tell my mom? That thing's going to get me if I get out of this car. Right. And then I was like, if I tell my mom as soon as she gets to the car, it's liable to snatch her up. So I just stayed there. And when my mom opened the door finally, she's like, what are you doing down there? And I'm like, just get in the car. Just get in the car. Run.
Okay, like, on the dragon, was it lizard-like or was it feathery? Because
it looked like a pterodactyl almost, but not quite. It was bigger. It had a bigger body than a pterodactyl, and its wings were not as attached to its body. You know what I'm saying? It was more like a dragon body, but a pterodactyl head.
Right. There's two types of thunderbirds. One you described and the one the feathery type. You have to be really careful. A lot of kids disappear in Ohio, Indiana. Was that in Ohio or Idaho? I can't remember.
Same state.
No, it's different because they have two types of thunderbirds. One's a lizard type with a pterodactyl head and separated kind of almost like bat wings.
Yeah, that's kind of what it was. Like a bat wings.
And that one eats kids. The other one, it's kind of a semi-fish and herbivore. It looks like a pterodactyl, but it's feathery. And usually that's the smarter one. It doesn't do anything. But the lizard type one, it feeds kids because there was one kid in Ohio was playing outside, not far away from his mom, and this bird, giant bird, she said, came by. It was kind of leathery, and it lifted off her 11-year-old kid off the ground, and she took a broom and did
What the
Casey
heck?
Jones on the head of the bird, and the bird flew off, and the kid had like claw marks down his back. And I think
I
it's
wanted to
amazing.
address something real quick. Bushcraft Farm family. I mean, yeah, I know about Mary Stockholm's grave, and my husband's dad knows where the property is. And I've always wanted to visit there. I haven't done it yet. So maybe this summer I'm going to go down there and look at it. I've been wanting to. It's something that really, really fascinates me. My husband and I go to a lot of cemeteries and stuff like that. So that is something, if you guys aren't familiar, in Coshocton, Ohio, there was a witch that was hung on the tree, and her grave site is right there where the tree is. And so you have to walk a ways back in the woods and stuff like that and go in and see it. So I really
yeah, you have to
when
be
was
careful.
this?
It's in Coshocton, Ohio.
No,
It's,
when?
Right.
Year, time frame.
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half away from me.
No, year of
1986, 2016.
No, I don't know what the time. What is the time frame on that bushcraft? I've been there and recorded it. He said.
I think it's the 1700s, about 1750 or 1766.
Sounds
Oh,
about right.
cool. Yeah, I'm really into that kind of stuff.
Me
so.
too.
Yeah, because the last witch hanging was in 1760. So it has to be from the 1600s to 1760. That's where all the witches in Salem got, and also anybody else who didn't look normal. I never heard of a Chinese person. Let's hang them. And it's like, no, we're not supernatural people. We're just moving to New York. Please do not hang us. It's like, I'm not kidding. People were really weird. I keep telling, go watch the old movie Gangs of New York. Yes, there were
Yes.
Chinese in New York.
Good movie.
Yeah, but there were Chinese in New York and San Francisco. I have to keep.
Points. That's
Yeah, I
actually
keep.
based on a true story.
Yeah, it's like everybody forgets. Chinese came here, let's see, 1820. And everybody forgets that. They always look at like, it's an evil spirit. No, we're not Irish. We're Chinese.
I'll be right back.
Courtney's pooping.
Yep. She's doing this. See this right here? Wait, hang on. Up, right.
I thought you were making pasta.
That one right there.
Did she take her Viperease to make it easy?
No, I'm eating pasta.
Yeah. White sauce?
I think it's
Or the cheese sauce?
no, it's hang on. Alfredo sauce.
That's a cheese sauce.
Yeah. My favorite. My dad sometimes makes noodles like this, and he'll put like salmon with some oh my god, I could just eat and eat and eat and eat and just stuff my mouth, and just it's one of those foods that for some reason you just don't get full. You know what I mean? You just keep eating and going and going and going, and then eventually pop, that's when you're like, okay, I've had enough. But you've consumed a lot, you know.
Right.
I love that kind of food.
It's like with sardines, if you get really good sardines and pasta together and you use like either tomatoes or lemon or olive oil, it neutralizes the fishy taste. Learned that from an Italian chef. So
Hey, Jess.
Courtney, switch me and Darren so I could look at them.
So you can be down under?
No, switch us side to side.
Lord.
Oh,
Side to side. There you go. So now I could look at them.
Yeah, see,
I thought you
I
just
find
wanted
that
to be down
crystal.
under.
You can see my face. The screen is lighting me up.
Oh, Lord.
Let me put dark.
Was
By
that
the way,
the
yeah,
pop
Jess, I just saw your fart video, by the way.
Wait, what?
Jess and her
Oh
fart.
yeah. Fart video.
Yeah, that would happen on a witch's grave. If you put a tape recorder or digital, you'll get a big bang out of it. I don't recommend it. Anything electronic.
Mm.
Mhm.
Cook Courtney.
I'm eating a Cadbury egg. Sorry.
I was gonna say,
Well, she disappeared off the screen to poop.
and then she comes
Came
back
back
with
to
that,
grab
and I'm
nuggets.
like,
The little round thing.
what's that peanut butter in there?
It's Carl.
Oh man, I love
Let's don't
Easter.
get into that subject because Viper's eating pasta. Oh boy. I know a lot of weird things, and I'm taking meds in about 6 minutes. So I'm going to be drugged out the rest of the day.
Hey Courtney, do you do like Easter egg hunts with your kids?
I don't know.
You don't
My
know?
son's really little. I might.
Use the really
what-
big Easter eggs, the plastic ones. That way you could use it over and over again every year.
Yeah.
saw-
that's a good idea.
I saw at my
And if
local
he's little,
market.
really little and doesn't find them, you can just eat them for him.
True. I probably shouldn't be though.
Just get the real ones.
Just show
Nice.
them you're burying the eggs in your garden for the Easter rabbit for next year.
I saw at my local market they have like bags, maybe like 2 foot tall bags full of plastic Easter eggs. I don't know if there's anything in them. It's one of those splittable eggs, but they have all kinds of different pastel colors. But then there's that one golden egg in there. There's only one,
We use
And-
those
and
in
it's-
churches.
and it's that's you take that and you just dump it all over the ground. I guess.
Right. But what we do
You're not
is
supposed to hunt for the lollies and that sort of thing without the plastic on them at public events.
Mhm.
right. So we put candies in the little Easter eggs or the big Easter eggs, depending how cheap you are. And then we put it out for the kids to find out the Easter hunts in our churchyard.
Mhm.
That way it's nice and safe and we don't have a yard full of lollipops or lollies or bags of jelly beans. Because
Mhm.
always Uncle Alan has to clean the church lot and the parking lot. And I'm looking, okay, who forgot the eggs? It's like instead of enjoying an Easter dinner with my family, I'm out there cleaning the parking lot, the church bathroom, and the lot where we had the Easter egg hunt. And by the time I get home, it's like 6 or 5 o'clock at the evening.
You start,
There's Jeff.
talking about, you start talking about ghosts, I'm out of here.
What? How did that happen?
Me.
I think it's weakening the system, and we're
You saw what I
Well,
did?
yeah. It's like
Okay.
Ab-
You have a
about
ghost
it.
story, Jess?
How's it
I'm
going,
out.
Jess?
Peace out.
Bye.
She ain't
Hi-
doing ghost
Bye,
stories.
Jess. Bye, Jess.
we were talking
I was
about
just getting
plastic
ready to tell
Easter
another
eggs.
one.
I know. That's the only reason I clicked in.
Why? Because we're talking about
Because-
poop?
No,
Yeah.
because I'm talking
Jess is
about
happy
little.
to talk about poop, but not ghosts.
All right.
Ginger Ninja, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
So what'd you think of that fart video, Courtney? I thought about that. I thought
Hey.
about it the whole time I was posting that video.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
Oh.
Okay, folks, I gotta
I'm
get
so
going.
glad.
I gotta
I'm
take
glad
my
you like it.
medication.
I'm
So I'll
glad-
catch you later.
Whatever.
Bye, Uncle Al. Have a good
Bye,
night.
Uncle
Have a
Al.
Bye,
wonderful
Uncle Al.
evening, Uncle Al.
Hey, Dr. Prepper. Yeah, Homestead Aquarius. If he just got that colonoscopy and I posted it today, he'd have a heart attack. He'd kill me. That video was 2 years old, you guys.
But what did I tell you though? You're gonna,
know.
that thing's gonna take off, man.
Do not listen to anything Dr. Prepper says.
No, but listen to what Viper says because I get my advice from Dr. Prepper. I'm just kidding.
And a colonoscopy just helps to clear the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a double shot barrel?
Oh,
What?
it's more like a cannon. Just one shot.
I don't know, but he was under anesthesia. I know that.
I just like my favorite. Obviously, the favorite
Well,
part's just like
and if someone wants to stick a tube up my butt, I better be under anesthesia too.
Right?
the
That's what
nurse. The nurse at the end just killed me because like it's just calm and like, how you doing? Oh, I'm okay.
What?
And then out of nowhere, it's oh, and then the nurse is like, oh, there you go.
Who was saying I pooped in Courtney's pool?
That would be who was that?
It was him. Don't listen to
Right.
Dr.
Well,
Prepper.
I guess I guess at least I don't have to wipe.
Right? Just kind of like
We're
splatter the
talking
water.
about Bigfoot pooping in people's pools.
That's
and then
splat-
all of a sudden,
Disgusting.
Just splatter the water a little bit and you're good to go.
So gross.
okay, you said it was suggesting that Jess could poop in pool. It
There's
was
a-
not
There's a viral video.
suggesting.
Just his adventure. How far are you guys away from each other?
2 hours.
Oh, only 2
Yeah.
hours. Okay, so that would be a great like
Oh,
daily
no.
vlog video. What's going on YouTube today? I'm on my way to see Courtney. It's my first time. It's 2 hour. Join me on this trip. I'm going to poop in her pool.
Did you hear Barrett, Courtney?
Well,
No,
He said we're not far enough away.
Uh-oh.
my feelings are hurt.
yeah, I don't know that you can make the 2 hour drive if you're turtling.
No. I
If
don't
you're
know.
turtling, is that what you said?
That's what he said.
That's funny because most of us here call it prairie dog and you're calling
Yeah.
it turtle.
Hey, that's what I call it.
Poking
That's
out.
poking its head out of the hole.
Prairie dog.
It's prairie dogging. You use the little head that's popping in and out and in and out.
We
and
don't
in.
have prairie dogs.
It's koala.
Neither do we. We're in freaking Ohio.
Yeah. Well, no, the United
How
States
would I know where
doesn't.
prairie dogs are?
Timon and Pumbaa. It's the little one. Timon.
Turtle heading.
They're the little rats that kind of the little squirrel looking things. Like they pop out of the little hole and then
What's
they just.
wrong, babe? You don't like our poop talk?
They asked me, do you want to know what's going on? I said, I don't want to know you people.
Turtle heading.
Sorry,
Oh
I'm
my
so
goodness.
hilarious.
I kind of like turtle heading better than prairie dogging, to be honest. But you
Or
know what?
pushing
That's a.
cotton.
I
This
don't know.
turtle-
You ruined me with the freaking turtles mating the other day, Viper.
And you feel so love tonight.
I'll never be able to unsee
Hey,
that.
wait. Remember this one?
Yes, that was gross. That's what I'm talking about. I'll never be able to
I don't
unsee
know anything about this.
He was like, that looks like
No.
a woman's vagina.
Ginger Ninja, I miss you. Thank you for your stories. They were wonderful.
Oh, Lord.
And thank you for being up here.
It's disgusting.
I
Viper.
can't prairie dog
Yeah.
and I can't turtle head at all. If I did, I would shit my pants.
Oh my God, Courtney, TMI.
My cousin pooped at a TJ Maxx once and had to buy underwear on the spot.
What
Have you ever seen those?
TMI? Really, Jess? Really?
Have you ever seen those chocolate laxatives? They look like a candy bar.
Oh, yes.
My sister
Yeah.
got a whole one of those chocolate
Oh,
bars.
no.
Ate it. She was like 4 years old. It was a mess.
Oh, yeah, it was. That's a good prank to pull on people. Hey, you want a
Yeah,
chocolate bar?
4-year-old.
Here's a Snickers. And
You know what's coming up soon, right?
oh, really?
What, in the house?
You and the
I noticed the direction of your look when you said it.
Yeah, me too.
Babe, you want some chocolate laxative?
I'm going camping.
Yeah, right.
I'm going camping. That's all
I'm
we hear.
going camping with you.
No.
It was a mess, she said.
You got to crumble it up and like mix it in something.
Mhm.
I had somebody
Here.
do that in my school, in my high school. Somebody did that with some brownies and gave it to kids. They got in big trouble.
Have you seen the video where the guy
There's
puts
a-
there's a guy puts in a Viagra pill in his Gatorade, and the guy drinks it, and he has an erection all day long. He doesn't understand why, and he's walking around. He's like, dude, like,
What was that?
oh, it's so good.
That happened to
Obviously, it
Rob.
wasn't a teenage boy.
Go ahead.
Obviously, it wasn't a teenage boy because
No.
that's something you deal with permanently.
On the Kardashians, Rob's mom, Kim, put that stuff. What is it called?
Viagra.
Viagra in Bruce's coffee one morning, and Rob drank it instead on
Oh my
accident.
God.
And he ended up having to go to the hospital because he was freaking out. He couldn't figure out why, and it hurt. And it hurt really bad.
Yeah, it'll throb. It'll sit there and just throb and throb and throb and just pulsate.
Viper.
Okay, guys. Wow.
Well, it's funny because it's involuntary, so it's like the body reacts differently.
You should see
But,
Merrick's face.
but as a prank, it's quite funny.
Don't be eating all my peppers.
Yeah, don't be eating all the peppers.
Oh, put one of those things in there. Laxative and a pepper.
That's a good idea.
You better not put nothing in my food.
What is it? What is it that is it dates that make you like clean your?
Prunes.
No, it's prunes. Yeah, that's right. I always
I
get
was
those.
gonna say, I
stupid
love dates. They're yummy.
prunes.
No, go out and get some of that sugar-free candy. That'll give you the shit.
Is that the voice of God? Look
I
at
love how he's just not and like we can't see him. We just hear him. The random comments is the best.
No, he when he was on keto, he has like a sweet tooth really bad. So I went out and got these like they were like the Russell Stouffer's turtles, the sugar-free ones, and I told him only to eat one or two. No, he had to eat the whole bag.
Yo, I remember when I was younger.
There, yeah, you did.
I remember when I was younger, I was probably like, I don't remember, 18, between 18, 20, something like 21. And a friend of mine had a bag of like children's vitamins. Like, and I don't know, they tasted so good. They tasted like candy. I don't know, they tasted really. And so I took the bag with me. And we went out to like a bar to play pool and, just have, and I kept eating these vitamins. I started eating them like candy, like one at a time, two at a time. By the end of the day, I had finished like half the bag. And I kid you not, I was starting to get like, I wouldn't say high, but I could feel my body. Like I was like really
You're having
light.
outer body experience.
Yeah, I was like, my body was really light. And I was like, whoa, dude, like everything's kind of like floating, it was really weird. And I knew it was the vitamins. I was like, I better stop eating these vitamins.
Excuse you, or that's just the wind blowing you.
Maybe. Whoa, let me in.
Yes, do not follow any advice that Viperese gives.
What advice?
Well, how did your name get to Viper Ease?
Blame her. She changed it to that, and then I just added a dot. Somebody in the comments said that sounded better. It sounded like a laxative, so I'm like, So I added the space and then just did it. I make it easy. Because originally it said it didn't have the space. It just said Viperese. And I told Courtney, I'm like, that sounds like a feminine product. Viperese.
That was Fishes and Loaves. Why do they give old men in nursing homes Viagra? I've never heard of that.
Why?
No, I worked in nursing homes for 20 years and I've never seen that happen. They're just horny as heck.
Mammal
They don't need no help.
I'm not really good on the UFO subject. I mean, I would love to have that conversation if I was a little better at it. Like Bigfoot was good because I had Bigfoot prepper on and like he knew a lot. I don't really know a whole lot about UFOs. I do like aliens though.
I firmly believe that I've seen one.
Do you want to do a UFO night with me, Viper?
I'm down.
Okay.
The reason
honestly,
you don't know much about UFOs? Because you're not a redneck with 3 teeth. Otherwise, they would have captured you and probed you.
Tell you what, when I was down there in my backyard, I looked up and I saw some purple lights. I thought I saw my Budweiser flash before my eyes. Then I just realized it was just an alien. No, but I firmly believe I saw one. And it was captured on film in 97 in Arizona. It was captured on film. You could Google it or YouTube it. 97 Phoenix lights. And I saw it with my own eyes. I saw the color. I saw them come. I saw them disappear. I saw them like slowly appear and disappear. And I watched it. I sat there and I watched every single second of it. And I firmly believe that was one.
don't know. I've never had any experiences like that. So
Parrot
My-
season all time.
My dad one day
Yeah.
said,
Does he call him out home? Hey, what you doing, Area 51?
I'll always be in bed and he'll come running back. There's a UFO outside. Come on, let's go. He's
Hey,
he makes
is that a
me
really long shirt, or is Barrett wearing a dress?
Oh, thanks. You got to change last night.
Jess, turn the camera, Jess.
No.
Yes. Oh yeah, walk right into the camera.
It'll have to
view.
be when I have more hours on StreamYard. When I get more hours on StreamYard, I will think about you, Wickshire Project. Look at that dress. Show me the leg.
I'm gonna make you a superstar, babe.
I should do warfare.
Ouch.
He's gonna go viral.
Jeez, how do you feel about that?
That's all right. He'll get it later.
Uh-oh.
What?
Ooh, what's he get?
You
Careful what you drink.
I biffed you in the head.
Okay, you biff me in that.
You gave her a good biff.
Yeah, watch out for that hot chocolate.
Or coffee or whatever liquid you might consume.
Thanks for the warning.
Last year it was soy sauce.
What'd you put in it?
I made a whole pot of coffee, but it was soy sauce instead of coffee.
Oh, more.
That's
Yeah,
disgusting.
These are the things Jesse need to film and put on the internet.
I know. I don't know why I didn't ever film those things. Because,
Reaction, like prank reactions are the best.
but the thing is, I would have to bleep out like every other word.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, the whole video would be bleep, 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 bleep,
Just
bleep.
one giant.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you just turn the music down, turn
Just
it down,
mute
and
it.
put music up.
Yeah, just mute it. Cut
Yeah.
cut the scene, the audio part of the scene, and just mute it.
Dr. Prepper says, Mr. and Mrs. Keto.
After the April Fool's joke stuff, if she comes up missing for a week, you know why.
Did you? Oh, no, my April Fool's prank, I think it drops tomorrow at 6 p.m. The last one I did to him with, he was sleeping and I put Tabasco sauce in his mouth. So he like inhaled the Tabasco sauce.
I could just imagine the noise.
Yeah, that was one.
My lord.
Oh, this is the best.
Mm.
Oh my God.
Bushcraft Family Farm, you have the best birthday ever.
Right? Does he now?
Mm-hmm.
Jessica farts with Jess.
Bushcraft lives down there with you, by you.
How does Jessica fart with Jess?
She covers her head up in the
My
blanket.
head up? No, I don't cover my head up. I cover your head up.
Bushcraft lives like over there in Coshocton, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I forgot.
Yeah, buddy.
How far away from Mount Vernon do you live?
Mount Vernon. Wow, I want to go there.
Because I always pass that on my way to Dustin's
Are you
dad's house.
serious? That's on my bucket
Really?
list.
I'm only like 45 minutes from there.
That's on my bucket list.
What, Mount Vernon?
Yeah.
Ain't 45 minutes, you're about 30 minutes.
Yeah, about 30
It
minutes.
takes us 45 minutes to get to Columbus.
I like that story you told me when you went to the computer store, that GameStop. Well, my buddy Viper.
Homestead.
I was telling him how you went to the GameStop and was like talking about Viper. Well, my buddy said this.
You don't know nothing. Good.
Put you out there.
Good.
He's going to be contacting you.
Good. Let him.
Dr. Prepper in the
You'd be surprised how many people I like. People that work at places, I have to tell them
Night Heritage Heart
Yeah.
Homestead.
that they don't know.
So, Darren, you pooping?
Not yet.
Yep.
Well, it's just like going to the Best Buy. You walk into the store, and these people come up to you and everything, act like they know what they're talking about,
Absolutely not.
and half of them don't know what the hell they're saying.
You know what happened to me once? So you know in your car the little 12-volt socket where you can like charge your phone or whatever. So I go to Best Buy to buy a little USB adapter to plug it in so I can charge like an iPad or charge your phone faster. It's called just a USB adapter, but it
Yeah,
has
it's like a faster. I got
yeah.
one. It charges my phone in a half hour.
Yeah, it's 2.4 amps, right? At the time, at least it was. It's 2.4 amps. So I go in there and I ask the guy, I'm like, hey, where are your car chargers? To charge your phone or iPad, whatever. They're USB, but they're 2.4 amps. Oh no, they don't make that. That doesn't exist. And I look at the guy, I'm like, really? What are you talking
Why
about?
would you? First of all, why would you say that something doesn't exist?
That's exactly the words he came out and told me. He's like, no, that doesn't exist. We don't sell that here. And I literally had my phone in my hand. This is in 2010, mind you. We didn't have we had iPhones and stuff, but they weren't as advanced as they are today. And I'm like, I wouldn't be here if I knew it didn't exist, is what I told him. And then I pull out my phone and I show him, I literally take it and I show him the screen, bestbuy.com, with a picture of that item that they sell. And I'm like, I wouldn't be here if you guys didn't sell this. And he's like, oh, I've never seen that before. Yeah, I don't think we sell that. I'm like, all right, well, thank you. And I walk around, and sure enough, I find it. I buy the item, and it was perfect. I buy the item as I'm walking away. I see the guy, and I'm like, oh, look, I found it. And I kept going, kept walking out.
What an idiot!
But people do that, like that. They did the same thing to my dad at Home Depot, because back then, like 20 years ago, you had plumbers, electricians, you had like professionals working at Home Depot. Now you have anyone who doesn't know nothing working there. And my dad goes to Home Depot and he asks the guy, hey, I need these breakers for this breaker box, or such and such amps and whatever. And the guy's like, oh, we don't sell that anymore, or like that, we don't have that, or something. And my dad looks behind him, I kid you not, literally just looks like that, and he's like, what's that? Turns around and there's a whole stack like 10 feet up of just those exact parts he needed. And the guy turns around and he's like, oh, well, I guess we do. I'm like, these are people. That's why now when I go to stores, when people are like, hi, how are you? How can I help you? You need anything? I'm like, oh, no, I'm just looking. I don't ask for people anymore, because by the time I deal with them and they send me to this department, they send me back, and then they send me here, I literally have walked around the whole store to where I could just find it myself. I don't ask anybody anything anymore. I just shop.
I understand.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Look good. Nom 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 nom.
Darren was killing me with those jalapeno poppers, so I had to eat me some sweet pepper with some cream cheese.
That sounds so good.
Which ones?
Hey,
Poppers or the sweet?
All of it.
I shared on Facebook, important for you guys in case you guys drink bottled water. Because I don't know where they...
I don't drink water. Do you know what fish do in water? I mean, really?
Hey. I don't know where they ship this
So
out.
like Jess in your pool.
But stay away from a brand called Real Water, alkaline water. FDA warns against drinking this bottled water after several reports of liver damage.
That's a bunch of BS.
Real Water. Apparently it's a Las Vegas brand.
I'm gonna have to look at
This is the first time I've seen you. Were you lingering? Were you
Jim Locks.
You were?
That is the perfect...
She was talking about
Perfect.
goats.
Jim Locks in the house.
He said some people are just too lazy to even think. And that's so true. They don't get paid enough to think. Kind of like the gardeners that come to my place.
I'm a carpenter. I do not ask for advice in a hardware store.
No, you just put on your glasses.
Why don't you?
People show up and they're like, oh, it's that guy again. And then he walks in with his glasses. It's like, okay. Don't talk to me.
I would totally screw with people because you know more than what they know. So you
I
just
love
go and be
that.
like, I need the thingy-mabobber and the doohick majiggy, and they like spend like half hour looking for it, and you know exactly what it is and where it is.
You could see
do
their
that
gears.
I hear that in the health food store sometimes.
And then you see the person's gears turning and like it's steaming and starting to like overheat, and it might like seize because they're like, I can't take the pressure. I can't think.
No. No, I don't like people.
I don't either.
Oh,
That's why I want to move out of the city and go into the country with normal people and animals and live happily ever after.
Normal people in the country?
Normal people outside of the city. City
I'm
people
normal,
suck.
just not so much.
City
Yeah,
people.
don't
He poops in
don't Jess
pools.
and Courtney live in the country?
Huh?
Don't Jess and Courtney live in the country? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
City
Mm.
people
Just
suck.
poops in
Normal
pools.
people.
I do not poop in the pool. Although I've always wanted one of them little toilet seats that hooks onto the hitch of your truck. That would be cool.
I can get that. I can. That could be organized. Just give me your PO box or mailing address. I'll have one sent right over to you.
You want me to do an unboxing?
Oh Lord, imagine. Let's test this out.
Oh my God!
Just don't do a
Test
test
it out
video.
and make it a short. I swear to God, you will get tons of people watching it.
All you see is like just start to like pull her pants, just start, and then the video cuts off, and they're like, what?
That'd be funny. And then
Did
people,
you just said it's not a floating candy bar?
people will know Barrett for his fart videos and me for my poop test videos.
Have you seen Top Gear? If you ever watched that show Top Gear, go on YouTube and type in
The
Top
American
Gear,
or the British one?
the British one, and they go to the North Pole and type in like Top Gear North Pole poop or something, and they have one of those on the trailer hitch. And the funny thing is, the guy goes into the back, sits on the hitch to poop, right? He's got his pants down, he's sitting there, and he's got like a newspaper or something in his hand. And the other guy gets in the truck and starts to drive off with him still sitting on the back on the toilet seat on the hitch, and they're driving off, and he's just yelling at him.
That's
Well, there's a laxative for you.
Right?
Is Dr. Prepper still in the house?
I don't know.
Nobody's
Dr.
making
He's working on his qualification, Courtney.
Oh Lord. What a night.
Right? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, all the different topics you've talked about tonight.
We went-
I
we
could
went-
do it all night long if I had that streamer yard hours.
We went from Bigfoot to aliens to paranormal to poop to Viagra to farts to like all we had Darren pull out his knives like all over the place.
He was going to knife an intruder, something about pooping in his toilet.
It's like somebody comes in my toilet. I got
Uncle L
something
was
for-
talking about pooping in the
Hey.
lounge room. I was like, no, that's not happening.
Look at my knife, and I feel so bad. Look at this thing. All right, Darren, pull yours out. Shing.
Dr. Pepper, thank you.
Uncle Al was talking about
I'm
pooping
glad.
in the lounge room.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's okay for him because
I gotta get my Rambo knife out of my bug out bag. It's
Nice.
about that size.
Did you change his name? Did
Here.
you change your name? Did Darren?
Here. Now my blade is big. Yeah, make it bigger.
Who changed your name?
he changed.
People are changing names.
Courtney, you're changing names, aren't you?
Changed that.
I mean, look at this. Jessica farts with Jess. Viperese, I make it easy. And then Darren loves Down Under. So he loves Down Under. I make it easy.
Hurts. Hurts.
You are nuts.
Courtney, you gotta change your name.
To what?
I have no idea.
Who's changing names? Labor?
That
I
wasn't
can't
me.
change-
I didn't
Okay.
change the name.
So this is how
Of
StreamYard
course.
works. As a host, you can change
Oh,
other
it
people's
was
names.
Courtney. You're the culprit.
As the host, you can change people's names. However, you can change your own name. Look at she's typing. She caught her.
Yeah, you can see the gears turning.
Not your average garden variety poop show.
The best part of pooping now.
We went to the grocery store the other day, and Bear always says his words funny. He cracks me up. He's like such a country boy. And I can't remember what we were looking at. I think it was like creamer or something, and it was called What did you change it to? Oh my god!
Hang on. I got something for you. Hang on.
What are you changing?
I don't know. I hope I can make it all fit in there.
But anyway, so we're looking at creamer or whatever it was in that dairy aisle, and Bear like yelled out, "It's he was trying to say the name of it, and he was like, "It's douche," and I'm like, "No, Dulce." I'm like, "Shh."
But so most people don't know what a douche is nowadays.
It's a shower.
It's a shower.
I don't know why
It
my
is.
dog is barking. Hold on, guys.
In French,
He's barking
that's what
on
it
my-
means. It means shower.
Well, it's a very small shower.
It's a down under shower.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say something, but we're live, so I'm going to stay quiet and be respectful.
You better. I'm watching you.
No, you're not. Now you are.
I really paranoid somebody by saying that I was always watching.
Yeah.
I'm watching you.
Because I do go to a lot of lives. A lot of times I just linger. And so I paranoid somebody out, I think.
Even when you think I'm not
Well,
watching. I'm
One day
watching.
you'll have to tell Darren about that.
Yeah, I think so.
My friend does fugitive. He's a fugitive recovery agent, and so we do a lot of investigation, a lot of like deep, like I could find you essentially, and yeah, just once I start going on social media, once I start going on the internet and start digging deep, like people, it's easy to find people. It's like,
There's your Dr. Prepper, Courtney.
uh-oh.
What are you typing so fast for? Who's typing? They're going to town.
I'm typing.
That's Courtney with her little keyboard warrior there.
Hello, Recyclable Homestead.
Recyclable
Crazy house.
Oh, Galaxy for you?
X Galaxy. Galaxy S for you.
Who are you? Thank you for coming in. You're the first time I've seen you. Thank you for coming in. Subscribe to my channel and all of our channels.
And hit the thumbs up and
Courtney,
share.
don't scare him away yet.
Huh?
Don't scare him away yet.
I haven't. If they've been listening, I'd probably have scared them.
If they've been listening, there's not much chance you're going to scare them away by talking.
That's the nicest thing she said. Do this now. Do it now.
Oh Lord, I'm glad I'm making people's day.
You know what, Courtney? Okay,
I am prepper.
Jess, I'm going to say this, Courtney, but I'm not.
Cool.
I'm going to say this, Courtney, but I'm not going to go into too much detail since we're live. But hang on. So this morning, hang on one second. Here it is. This morning at 9:42 a.m., I'm in bed just relaxing, just on my phone, and then I get a DM. Did you have heartburn this morning?
I was there when she sent that.
Oh, were you there?
Oh, that was at me this morning. Oh, wait, I forgot. Wait a minute. I wasn't up that early.
Yeah,
Yes,
you were.
You were on the phone with me as you were sending it.
I
to
have
her.
proof right here. And
Oh,
then,
I don't
Hang on.
remember.
Courtney
And then-
was up at 9:42.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's weird. No, I was still laying in bed. I last night I went to bed around 2. It was around 2, and my son was still up in his crib. So I look at him. I'm like, oh. So I bring him into bed with me, and I laid there for a little bit, and then we didn't get up till 11. So I must have checked my
Yeah,
phone and messaged.
you and I were having a little conversation here, and I was like, She's like, "Do you have heartburn this morning?" And I was like, "Yeah, a little bit." Then I thought of you and saw the crap emoji, and I was cured. I was like, I'm having an Alka-Seltzer just in case it comes. I'm sorry. I feel bad saying this,
It's okay.
but it was just funny this morning. I woke up to that. It's like ding ding. Do you have
That's
heartburn this morning? Wait, what? Oh.
Darren, were you there for that? You weren't there for that.
Yeah, I was there for that.
He was in the
Yes.
side chat.
Oh, okay.
Someone saying how you're the effervescence in their life. You're like the bubbly stuff that solves your heartburn.
Wow.
I was like, oh my lord.
Darren, I
was-
mean,
I didn't know what to. I was just.
Rolling's
I didn't know what to say. I was
Rolling's reaction was priceless.
Mark and Gil's reaction was freaking priceless.
Yeah.
Mark was washing dishes, so he was just like washing dishes, ignore. You could tell he's totally ignoring. And then Gil just like said all, with kids. Gil's always like this, but Gil said all the way back.
He went back and he was just like
Oh, it
kind of
was
shaking his head
cracking up.
slowly. You look like you're up to something mischievous there. What are you doing?
Who?
You.
The dog is right here, and she keeps
Oh,
her nose on my leg. She wants
Aw.
love.
squishy.
She's patting a puppy.
All right.
I honestly, I'm so confused now. It's prepping 101 is our friend.
There's two of them. Prepping 101 is our friend, and then there's Prepper 101. And
Okay,
he's
I don't think I've ever been to Prepper 101s, any of these.
no, but he's in the chats a lot. He'll come on my channel, or he'll be in Prepping 101's chat.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, people get them confused all the time.
That's cool. I'm normally just a weirdo, and I just like to have fun, and I talk about poop, and just try to laugh as much as I can. I'm not a complete weirdo, but
Thank God it's not show and tell.
Mr. by priests. Okay.
Okay, I like to talk about poop. It's not show and tell.
You have to start
Really?
sending Viper poop pictures, Courtney.
Oh, hey, I'm
Go out in the chicken coop.
here's the thing. I'm old school and I have no filter, and believe me, so you could send me poop pictures. It wouldn't. It takes a lot for me to be like, okay, that's too much. I can't see
Okay,
glory.
so say you weren't married and you were going on a first date, and before you met the woman, she sent you a poop picture. How would you feel about that?
I'd ask her did you do that? That would be my question.
Do that?
Did you do that?
Well, one would just be thinking, well, this relationship's going to be in the toilet.
Right? or wherever that was taken at, because it doesn't have to be in the toilet.
Well, one would like to think that it's in the toilet.
Yes.
Yeah, not in your living room.
Right. Or your pool.
What if she was like, whoops, I meant to send that to my doctor.
I'd be like, okay, that's okay. Are we still on for 9 p.m.? I'm telling you, it don't. Now, if she has a fetish with that stuff, and
Gross.
see, I don't want to start talking about
Courtney?
this, but if she starts having a fetish with, no, I'm talking about
No.
physical. I'm talking
This
about
is
physical.
before the Cleveland steamer, I think, or after the Cleveland steamer.
I'm
No,
talking
no,
about physical.
I didn't even know about a Cleveland steamer
Hey,
until I
Viper, look
so
up
who
Cleveland
did that?
steamer.
All right, we'll try the Dirty Sanchez.
Nope, I'm good. I'm not
waffle.
looking nothing up.
Oh,
ever again.
nice.
I'm still traumatized from Courtney having me look up the Cleveland steamer.
Hello,
It's
Jeff
sexual
Hart.
acting. Oh yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. So something like that. Oh my God, I wish I could share my screen. It's literally showing me Cleveland Ranges countertop Amazon.
You're not looking it up right.
Oh, I definitely not. But it does say here because I went into images, but the definition is right
HFR.
there.
Dude, when I get monetized
And rolling back and forth like a
you can have
steamroller.
like, your own club, like you can start your own like memberships and stuff. I think I'm gonna call them the Poop Squad. You can join the Poop Squad.
Get it, girl. Good
Get a
job.
sticker for $1.99.
She's getting too old to be doing tricks.
Aw, just give it to her. For me, it's like when the dogs are old, let them have fun, let them live life, let them hump the pillow. I don't care.
Well, she's not humping nothing.
I just let them
I've
be.
never seen a cat hump anything ever. Not a cat, a dog, baby, not a cat.
Yeah, so she came at me and said like she was into that stuff, like what you just told me to look up. Even though I did not see pictures, I just saw the definition, so I kind of have a mental image.
Who was into it? Oh, okay. Never mind. I didn't know.
Well, there's lots of people, Dr. Prepper. You should know you're a doctor. A lot of people prep you for colonoscopies. That's called prepping your poop.
Prepping my poop. Oh, there's a new name for you. Poop prepper.
That's called prepping your poop.
Prepper pooper.
I don't know. They give you drinks or something to take.
Night,
Or is
Jenna.
it prepping to poop?
You're prepping the poo poo.
Turning a solid into a liquid.
Oh, good night, Ginger Ninja. Thanks for coming on.
Well, at least they've got that stuff to drink nowadays, where it used to be salt water.
Hmm.
Yeah,
No,
my mom said they used to give her this stuff, and it tastes like orange Gatorade, and it was like horrible.
Orange Gatorade, like medicine.
Now they got crazy stuff out there like coffee enemas and salt water enemas. And
There goes the enemas again.
Yeah,
Remember last time the bendy
I
flux?
need to be sedated before someone comes at me with a tube.
Oh, Darren!
So
Here we go.
I don't know how I got on this, but I was watching videos on YouTube about pooping.
See, it's not just me.
No, it's natural. It's human. We all have that curiosity.
This guy was like promoting this poop pillow.
Stop scratching.
Like you put it at your belly, and when you bend over, you squeeze the pillow. But as you're doing that, he says humans were never meant to sit on a toilet to poop. What the heck is? I don't even want to know.
It's not what you think it is. It's a tripod for my camera.
See, Dr. Prepper is a doctor.
Well, you see where your mind went.
Well,
here's my GoPro mount. I don't want to see that. Yeah. I mean, you can look. Now the balls come off. See?
So anyways, in this poop video, he was explaining how humans were not supposed to poop on a toilet. They were supposed to squat in the wild. That's how they were supposed to poop.
Yeah, like a dog.
So he was literally squatting on his toilet, like his feet were on the toilet seat, and he was squatting, and he had this pillow in between his belly. What are you doing?
Oh, I was just listening.
Oh my god, I can't handle you guys tonight.
Dr. Prepper. Did you know Dr. Prepper was a real doctor?
No.
Yep.
Dr. Oz.
Yeah, like Dr. Phil.
Myself.
I don't like Dr. Oz. I think he's a quack.
Dr. Phil's not a doctor.
Chocolate all over your butt walk through Walmart. Oh, that'd be great.
Cleveland roller with some Nutella. I'm down with that. The Cleveland steamer with some Nutella. I'm all down for that.
Mm-hmm.
But not the other kind of chocolate, but the real chocolate like Nutella or milk chocolate.
You know.
It's food. Makes the night interesting.
There was this TikTok video where this girl, she used Nutella and she put it all on her butt and her legs. And then she had a whole bunch of it on her hand and she was pretending to sleep. And her boyfriend, her husband was sleeping there too. And she was sleeping one way on the bed and he was sleeping the other way. And she like rolled over and smacked him in the face. And then she rolled over and she was pretending to sleep. and he kept
Wow.
saying her name, and she wouldn't answer. And finally, he like smacks her in the butt as hard as he could. He's like, "What the heck is this?" She's like, "What happened? I don't know."
I like the ones where like people are in the public bathrooms and they take Nutella and they'll put a little bit on their hands, and they're like, "Hey, bro, can you pass me some toilet paper?" And then
I saw that. The
and
one
then
guy
they'll-
threatened to beat one of the people up.
yeah, they reach underneath to hand the toilet paper privately, and the guy's like, "Thanks, man," and he like smears his hand on
I was
Nutella.
gagging. My
No.
husband would be gagging.
Yeah, some
Sorry,
people
guys.
do.
It's
Some people
official.
do.
It's
Some people
official. I have been on the air for 2 hours, actually probably going on 3. So and it's 1:39 in the morning over here. So
And you didn't even mean to go live.
yeah, I didn't even mean to go live. It just happened. Dude, I'll never go live or I'll never go on StreamYard and accidentally schedule because me and Viper were just having a talk between the both of us. And then all of a sudden Ginger Ninja popped up and I was like,
We were both like, "How in the heck?" did
I
this
was so weirded out.
We
I
were
mean,
both
how did
we
you
were
do
both
that?
lost, like literally both lost. Like, how is this even? I'm like, well, it has to be a glitch. And then I told her, I'm like, write in the comments, like, is anybody there? And they keep commenting, like, yeah, we're here. Everybody starts popping. I'm like,
Would you think you were in the private chat?
she
Yeah.
thought she created a StreamYard, like you do sometimes with me. We'll
Yeah.
talk and Courtney will pop up, but we're not live.
Yeah.
She did that, but she scheduled a StreamYard on her YouTube, so people it says like upcoming stream,
Yeah.
like 3 people waiting. That
It
happened.
wasn't upcoming. It was
Live.
a live.
That's
No,
hilarious.
we were well, for you, yes, but in the beginning for like 30 minutes it wasn't live, and we didn't know what was going on because on her YouTube it said scheduled stream. It was like 10 minutes ago, 5 people are waiting, so they're commenting on here and we're seeing it, but we're not live.
So what
And
were
we're
you guys talking about?
We're like, what the heck is going on? And so then I told
No,
her,
I
I
was
said,
eating a peanut butter jelly sandwich and having some cheese nips. And
And
all of a
talking
sudden Ninja popped up in the chat. And
she's
I
like,
was
hey
like,
guys, how are you doing? And we're like,
she's like, when are you guys going live? And I'm like, what are you talking about?
how do you even know we're in here? And so I go to her YouTube page and I refresh, and sure enough, it says it right there, like chit chat.
I haven't said
Set reminder.
It's a good
all
thing
right,
you
y'all,
come
but
in there
yeah,
and
I'm
talk.
gonna get moving because I got stuff to do and yeah,
Get moving, talking about poop. You got stuff to do?
yeah, unfortunately.
Poop.
She's going to look up a Dirty Sanchez.
Blue waffle.
Okay, you look up a Ricky Ricardo and then you give me a call.
Blue waffle. Don't look up blue waffle, please don't. It's
Oh
pretty
my
bad.
gosh, you guys are! I love this group right here. Like, we need to get together like 5 times a week like this. I wish I could afford StreamYard so we could do this. This is freaking
Right.
hilarious.
I mean, we technically we can. Using my program, I can screen record, and we can talk off air, but we'll have unlimited time off air because we're off air. But if I screen record, we have to realize that once I record, it's technically like being live, but I could record it and then we can upload it to the channel.
Interesting.
Another loophole.
But Darren has to work.
Yeah, I've been working for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Hard at work.
Hard at work. Where are the useless facts classes?
What useless fact do you want?
I don't know.
And you've been talking about poop. How many useless facts can you come up with about poop?
We've been talking about poop for like.
Here's a
2
useless
hours.
fact question. How come it comes out in different colors and consistencies? No, I'm just kidding.
Seriously,
Heat.
like, you know what? Like, after you had like purple Kool-Aid,
That's disgusting, Courtney.
She took it further. Sometimes
crap
it's hard.
That would be because it's something that your body doesn't actually digest that's
Yeah,
coloring
exactly.
it. Cool.
Of course. It's not healthy. Then it comes out black sometimes and soft. Ew.
I was like, oh my god, my poop's black. And then you realize that you just like had
Taco Bell.
cherry juice or something.
Yeah.
Doctor, what do you think?
Fat,
So,
lack
you
of
know,
water, dies.
Barrett was mentioning this the other day because I always drink my kale and spinach smoothies, and I didn't rinse out my cup the other day, so it sat there. And so he was washing it, and he was trying not to gag. He says, "Man, this is nasty." He's like, "I can't believe your poop and your poop don't smell like this or look like this." I'm like, "That's disgusting."
My lord. Y'all are killing me. But seriously, I gotta go. My dog is like growling at the door and everything. I've let him out like 4 times this evening. Like he's just a nut dog. I don't know.
Dog's
Maybe
like,
it's Bigfoot out there.
your dog's talking about, like, you guys are talking about poop. I gotta poop. Get me out of here.
Sorry, Crud Mom. We're out. We out the door already. Should have been out the door like 5 minutes ago. But anyway, I'm live typically Wednesday nights 9:30. Wednesday after 9:30. After my show, it's Jess and the Pajama Party, and Darren.
Pajama Llama Party. Get it right.
The Pajama Llama Party, Courtney.
Pepto-Bismol will cause that.
Darren, what are you doing right now? You're doing a giveaway, aren't you?
Yes, I'm doing a knife giveaway.
Don't tell people that. I'm trying to win it.
Custom knife. Yeah, don't spread the word. I'm just kidding.
But check these people out. Great people. Viper, he just, I don't know what he does, but he just shares videos.
I waste my time. I don't make squat videos because my life sucks right now until I move. Wait till I move. Subscribe because it'll be worth it later on.
Courtney done lost it.
I make poop videos. There you go.
Well,
Those will go viral.
You can get yourself one of those seats that attaches to the tow hitch and make a video.
There you go. On today's episode of Pooping Prepping.
This was just a random live. It wasn't anything special. I gotta go before my dog craps on the floor.
Yeah, go, Courtney.
If you craps on the floor, take a picture for Viper.
Yes,
all right,
please.
love y'all. Have a great night. Get some sleep.
Yeah.
And we'll see ya next live. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Oh, I guess I gotta end broadcast first.